This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A green light for two major revitalization projects in downtown Hazleton. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Lisa Sugart, sitting in tonight for Ken Cara. Well, we do begin with a major economic boost for the revitalization of downtown Hazleton. State Senator John Udechak and State Representative Tara Toohill announced today that two major grants have been awarded for revitalization projects downtown. I talked with Krista Schneider, the Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, about the news and what it means for the city of Hazleton.
Two particular projects that I've been involved with have been funded with the LSA local share account gaming grants. So we were notified today that the Arts Center, the Historic Security Savings Bank building, received $475,000 for renovations, and so that's wonderful. That'll allow that building to be brought up to code. For handicap accessibility, all the improvements that are needed to make the building able to be occupied by the public. So, you know, it's not everything that we'll need moving forward, but it'll at least be enough to kind of get in there, get started, and really make a difference.
Now, this will be the future home of the Hazleton Art League.
That's right. The Hazleton Art League has committed to moving their center into that building, and so we're going to be working with them moving forward on the design, on the programming, you know, what's exactly needed in terms of space and parking and, you know, improvements on the inside. So we're just so excited and ready to get started on that.
I'm sure it still hasn't really hit home what you received. Any idea like how soon activity can start on that building?
Well, I mean, there's a contracting phase that you know, we'll have to go. In fact, the city is actually the recipient of the contract, so they'll have to contract with DCD, and then, you know, it'll be a couple months, I'm sure, before we're able to actually you know, draw any money against the grant. But we're, you know, it's not to stop us from starting conversations and getting started with some preliminary design.
And then the other big news, the other grant?
Yeah, the city received, which we helped with the application, $100,000 to fund additional improvements for the city park. So not only will the initial phase 1, get started, I think this month, they're going to break ground, and that will include some improvements to the Laurel Street sidewalks, new street lighting on Laurel Street. All of that rubble is still there, so all that will have to be taken out. And then, you know, so hopefully this will be enough money. The scope will have to be adjusted a little bit because it's not a full funding of the grant application, but it's enough to really make a difference and get the park, you know, to become a park.
The monies that you received then today, is this enough money that, you know, to do the most of the projects you would hope to do?
Well, no, we're still applying for additional, because this will fund a phase. This will fund like phase 1 of the Arts Center, phase 2 maybe of the park, but there will be subsequent phases to kind of get everything, you know, all the improvements, all the landscape, the park benches, the lighting, and the fountain, and all that still has to be probably maybe even funded in a third phase.
What was the reaction for, I'm sure you talked with city officials and everyone, how have they been reacting to this? You
know, I haven't had a chance yet. I mean, I did communicate with the, in fact, I found out about it from the media. At first, they got it even before the Senator Udechak's office called and Tara Toohill's office called. They usually make the calls right away, but the media got it first. So I haven't had a chance to talk to the city. I know that they know about it, and you know, we're all very happy.
This is crucial to the revitalization of downtown.
Yeah, it is. It's you know, the kind of the cornerstone project. We wanted to really make a difference with this you know, this old building, blighted property, corner lot, and you know, it's the core of the downtown. So I think it'll be a big improvement, and it's certainly you know, it shows progress, and that's important to keep the momentum going.
Krista Schneider from the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. Meanwhile, the city of Hazleton is looking to beef up its police department. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi today announced plans to approve the top 4 candidates who successfully passed the HPD's new hire testing process. Now, the mayor says this is the latest move. It is very necessary because the city's department is currently down to 34 police officers. He wants to restore it to the 40 officers it previously had. The 4 top names will be presented at the Hazleton City Council meeting set for July 21st. Congressman Lou Barletta announced today that he plans to reintroduce legislation to punish so-called sanctuary cities. The legislation, entitled the Mobilizing Against Sanctuary Cities Act, comes after the July 1st murder of 32-year-old Katie Steinle in San Francisco, California. Barletta says her accused killer is a 7-time felon who had been deported 5 times, and that San Francisco is a sanctuary city. The legislation would prohibit any federal funding for a minimum of 1 year to any state or local government which has a policy or law that prevents them from assisting immigration authorities in enforcing federal immigration law. Now, the former mayor of Hazleton developed a hard stance on illegal immigration after the 2006 murder of Derek Kishline of Hazleton. The congressman said that Kishline's accused killer was an illegal immigrant who had been arrested at least a half-dozen times. Still to come, more great decorating tips are coming your way from Janine and Tamara. It's What's the Sense? And the details on the free school lunch program for all students in the Hazleton Area School District this fall. We have that and much more still ahead.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Welcome back to What's the Sense? We are saving you money and time with Tamara, and we have a special project that she worked with recently.
Yes, and I'm so grateful for my father, because if it wasn't for him, I would have never been able to do this. I love sliding barn doors. Love them. They're so pretty, and there's so many different kinds. You can use old doors, anything, but the hardware is so expensive, and they're very popular now, so it's even more expensive. Usually they're from like an old barn. They just roll on wheels or roll on like rails. What we did here is my dad took the old doors that I had here from the door project and just put thin wood over them to give it a barn look. It's just a regular door. And what we did was we took a piece of, it was a rail from the clothing store upstairs. We put that on, and I bought eye hooks. And what I did was I put the eye hooks through the rail, and we just braced it on the side, and there's your barn door.
That is really neat. So you had the doors already.
Well, the doors we had, they were just those doors that I had, all those doors from the project. And then what he did is he just put a frame around them, bought this wood is like really rough cut wood. Now I am going to stain them. They're rough cut right now. The hardware for this door was $5, and the rail I had, so I don't know what a rail would be, but I know price in the barnwood rails, it was over $500-600 just for the hardware to get the doors done.
So if you have an old door, like an old bathroom door, I know I had a door and the kids slammed it and there was a hole in the top, instead of getting rid of it, you can really
You can refinish it.
You can refinish
right,
it.
You can refinish it. And just the hardware, even just like the rail, it's not hard to assemble. It's really easy, and I cannot believe that I have the sliding barn doors, because the price was just outrageous. I never thought I'd be able to do it, but we did it.
All right. What's the sense? Join us here on Wednesday.
Funk was my egg basket.
Oh, that's right.
That's
okay.
it.
Talk about that.
That's just an old egg basket, and I had a light fixture that was broken. I put it through the egg basket, and there it is, my defunk your junk for the week.
All right, or you can check out your website. You have a lot of nice ideas on there as well.
Yeah, go to What's the Sense on Facebook, or Sage the Exchange is my website.
Very good. Join us here on Wednesdays for all these ideas on saving you money and time.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Well, a very nice shot courtesy of Andy Fisher. Wow, they're having a nice day, but I think they're not going to be the only ones wet in the next couple of days because we're going to have to keep those umbrellas handy. Here's your forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, chance of showers before 9 o'clock, then a slight chance after midnight. Cloudy skies, low dipping down to 62 degrees. For your 4-day outlook, a chance of showers on Thursday before 11 a.m. and then there's a chance a little later on again. Cloudy skies, temperatures getting up to only 75 degrees. More showers and thunderstorms likely Thursday evening, cloudy with a low of 65. On Friday, we break loose into sunshine, temperatures getting up to 83 degrees, a perfect day. Partly cloudy at night with a low of 59. The sunshine continues. Looks like another perfect day on Saturday with a high of 80 degrees, then getting down to 63 Saturday night. And the showers return Sunday. Chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2. Partly sunny, a high of 79 degrees and a low temperature of 63 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
In 2010, Congress passed the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act, and it is because of that act that students in the Hazelton Area School District will be receiving free lunches for all students starting this fall. Here to tell us about this new program for the district is the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Craig Butler. Dr. Butler, first of all, congratulations on becoming the new superintendent. We extend our best wishes for success in that post.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm very excited. Many challenges ahead of us, but great school district, wonderful people to work with, and so far I've received an outpouring of support. So I'm excited about the work ahead of us.
Well, very good. And I guess it was good news when you heard that the school district, everyone will be receiving free lunches.
Yes, we're excited about this, Lisa. I think it's going to be a great benefit to our families and our students. Looking forward to increased participation in our lunch and breakfast programs. And if our predictions prove true, we're looking at least at a 10% increase in participation in all of our schools.
And that's important because you had to qualify for this program. It's not that you just decided, oh, I think we'll give free lunches. Tell us how this came about.
Well, the qualifier simply is the ratio of free and reduced economically disadvantaged population in our school district. Obviously, in Hazelton, we have a great need, and we recognize that need, and we're willing to address that. So therefore, students will not need to complete any paperwork. The participation in the lunch and breakfast program is completely open to every single student, and we certainly hope the students take advantage of it.
Oh, that's big. It is breakfast and lunch. I failed to mention breakfast at the beginning of it. How many students will this affect?
Well, theoretically, we're thinking that the large majority of our younger students do report their need for free and reduced status, whereas many of the older students are reluctant to do that for a variety of reasons. So therefore, we're expecting the greatest rise perhaps in the older age children, upper middle to high school age. But that being said, students who would otherwise pack a lunch or otherwise purchase a lunch, we're thinking that the students are going to jump at the chance at getting a free lunch and breakfast.
Alrighty. And I guess one last question for parents and for students who might be watching. Will the lunch change because of this change, or is everything going to be the same?
I think things will remain pretty constant, Lisa. As far as the menu, the nutritious part of the lunch, we're of course obligated to meet certain requirements by the state. So that being said, I think that will remain consistent, and our food service department under the direction of Barb Farley, they do a wonderful job of just supplying nutritious and well-balanced meals for our students.
And the cost to the district?
There is no cost to the district as long as we meet a certain ratio of increased percentage. And we're guessing that's going to be a break-even point of 7 to 8%. So if we increase 9, 10% or even greater, we're in great shape.
All right. Well, very good. When you're heading to class in the fall for the Hazelton Area School District, regardless of the grade, you can get a free breakfast and free lunch, and that's open to everybody. And if not, just have to pack your own and bring it along. Well, get out those lottery tickets because here are your midday winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 4, 7. Pick 3, 9, 9, 7. Pick 4, 9, 0, 3, 2. And pick 5, 4, 4, 0, 4, 1. Hope they're your winning numbers. And tonight's lottery numbers are brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency, with locations to serve you in both Cunningham and Nescopec at 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham and on Broad Street in Nescopec. You can give them a call in Cunningham at 788-3543 or in Nescopec at 752-7683 and take care of all your insurance needs.
We are here at the beautiful Penn State Hazleton campus, and we've been going on location with Rob Gould to talk about some different activities you can get involved with this summer. There is really no excuse to get off of the couch, especially when the weather is nice. Take advantage of the great outdoors here in NEPA. So Rob, today we're going to talk about a couch to 5K. People who are looking to get into running. Guess what? You can get started. Anyone can do it, any age, any size.
Maria Caldwell at the Y. She's going to run her second session of a Couch to 5K program. She's a very avid runner, a marathoner, so she will coach these people. A Couch to 5K program has a lot of walking, so any ability level can start. And there's walking, and then they slowly put more running in between the walking.
All right, so don't get too nervous if you're a beginner. They're thinking, oh my God, this marathon runner is going to have me out there running this 5K, which is 3.1 miles. But again, you're going to lead up to it and follow a different program. Now, before you start running or before you start any activity, you should really have the proper wear, the proper gear.
I'd get a good pair of running shoes, or at least a pair of running shoes. Don't go out in your flip-flops or some other style shoe. Be safe. Most of these training runs that she holds are at the Rails to Trails, which is very safe. There's no traffic you have to worry about.
Okay, is there a fee for this?
It's free for all members at the Y. All the fitness classes, group exercise classes are free at the Y for members. For a non-member, there's a $10 charge. It's 3 days a week is this program for 8 weeks.
All right. Again, it's Couch to 5K. You can get involved, get out there, be active. There are many runs, as you see on the screen, coming up for children. Some of them are free. Some of them, there is a registration cost. There's adult runs and walks that you can participate throughout the entire summer. And we've been promoting the big run of the season, and that is going to be the first ever town and trail race. And it's going to have a 5K, 10K, but also the first Hazleton half. So we're really excited about moving up to that. And next week, we're going to tell you how you can prepare for distance running right here on Healthy Living.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Chris Lindsay, a local professional kickboxer, suffered his first loss recently. But Ken Kara says he's all ready to bounce back. The video in this story is from futureofthegame.tv.
Chris Lindsay knew he was in trouble during the first round against Jovan Davis. How did he know? Well, he felt it.
Right in the beginning of the first round, he needed me with 2 good shots right in the solar plex, and the rest of the round was me trying to survive, actually. But after I got out of his clinch, I tried everything I could to fight, but I just realized the fight wasn't going my way.
How do you survive in a match like that, whatever you're in? I mean, it's such a unique sport. It's not like where you're soccer. If you're down like 6-0, you're like, all right, we're still going to play hard, but you guys are going out there. You got to protect your body.
Yeah, well, like I said, right in the first round, you need me right in the solar plex, and when that happens, you just can't breathe, and I was fighting for air, and I didn't want to show him that I was injured, so I did everything I could to just shrug it off, even though inside I was hurting, but on the outside I was trying not to show it, and I tried everything I could, just still kept trying to push forward and fight.
Davis won by unanimous decision. Lindsay says Davis's clinch was too advanced for him, and if he wants to continue with the Muay Thai style of fighting, he's going to have to get better in that area. The Muay Thai clinch is when you grab your opponent and then strike them with your knees. Right now, Lindsay is weighing his options. He is 3-1 as a Muay Thai style fighter, with all 4 fights coming with the United States Kickboxing Alliance. He likes the organization and may continue, but his background is kickboxing. and that has different rules from the Muay Thai style. Lindsay says there's less knees used and no clinch at all in kickboxing. He's also thinking about another discipline.
Where do you see your career going from here?
I definitely do want to try boxing. Boxing is my favorite fighting sport to watch, over kickboxing, over MMA or anything. I like boxing. I would like to give boxing a try, see what I can do. My main coach, the one that works with me most, he's a boxing trainer, and he's a former pro boxer himself. So boxing has always been strong for me.
It doesn't seem to matter to Lindsay if his next fight is Muay Thai, kickboxing, or boxing. He's just ready to go after suffering his first loss as a pro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sour taste in my mouth right now. Yeah, I was on 3 straight wins, and this loss came, and I don't want to say I'm disappointed with the loss, because I know how hard I fought in the fight, and he was the better fighter in that style. So, I mean, I'm not really disappointed, but I'm not happy about it.
Lindsay has been fighting for almost a decade now, so he knows how to take a punch and a defeat. The bell will ring again for him. It's just a matter of what type of fight he'll be in. For FYI Sports, I'm Ken Kara.
Thank you, Kenny. Now, if you want to see the full fight or the entire USKA event, you can go to futureofthegame.tv. And for the latest in local sports scores, check out our media partner, the Hazleton Standard Speaker. We'll be right back.
It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95, plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, a poker motorcycle run has been organized to help defray the cost of cancer treatment for a local resident. The 100-mile run will be held on July 18th. Participants will gather at the 4th Street Pub in West Hazleton, and the ride will leave at 11 a.m. The riders will make 3 stops before ending at Jonathan's Nest in West Hazleton. For more information or to register, please call 570-987-4105. And one more quick announcement, the Simon Kramer Cancer Institute will be holding a Cancer Survivors Celebration of Life on Sunday, July 19th from noon to 5 p.m. They'll be holding a mass at 11 a.m. in their chapel, and they will have an old-fashioned pig roast, health and wellness information, yoga and relaxation classes, plus much more. For more information or to register, please call 570-277-6218. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Lucille Sensi, formerly of Weatherly. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. in the Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. at the church. Arrangements are by the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Helen Zeminski of West Hazleton. Funeral is Friday at 9 a.m. from the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Wardell Messenger Jr. of Ringtown. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the St. John's Lutheran Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Stauffer Bresnik Funeral Home, and Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the church. And C. David Boyer, formerly of Beaver Meadows. Graveside service will be held privately at the convenience of the family. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family.
Hey, all you race fans out there, you have 2 more days to like us on Facebook. One lucky viewer will win a pair of tickets to the big Pocono race in August. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/FYI News 13. Click like, you're entered, and maybe you'll be the winner on Friday. Have a great night, everybody. The team will see you back here tomorrow night.